somewhere in the fall you said we're struggling, but we're going to pitch guys. One of the guys said that.
Yeah, I mean, it just seems like every fall that, we get guys in here that are new, that really are not unsure about how we do things or how to go about getting good hitters out, and then returning guys are sometimes a little warm weary, from the spring and the summer and stuff like that, so they're not as effective. But you just got to believe that if you get enough talent, I mean, you're going to wind up doing the job.
How do you handle this situation with McKinney when you really don't know what he says until he gets into a game is when he feels it?
Yeah, I mean, in the conference tournament, I know he had an episode with it at Georgia, but going into the start, he felt like he was good. And then it just got weak on him in that inning that he walked those three guys, and, you don't know. You just throw him out there and see if he's going to be okay. If he is, fine. If not, then you got to get somebody ready to go in there.
Is that what you're going to plan on doing Saturday? If he says he's okay, he thinks he's okay, you're going to try him to go, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work?
Yeah, I mean, that's the plan. I mean, we're not real deep as it is, so you go Killian on the first game, and then you go with McKinney in the second game, and then Taccolini's a little bit tender, so we'll just go with Keaton and see how he does, see how he feels.
What do you make of Stillwater and the three other teams in your regional?
It's a good regional. It depends on who you talk to or who you listen to, but I mean, St. John's a good ball club. Could have been number 2 seed. Oral Roberts, good club as well. Could have been number 2 seed. So, it could be a number 1 and 3 number 2s in that regional. So it's going to be competitive.
How important is Taccolini to this tournament as far as McKinney? You said he's tender. Is he able to go?
I think he's going to be okay. He's got a little, from what I understand, a little tendonitis up underneath his armpit. It's kind of an unusual spot. I've never really experienced or seen something like that happen to a guy with his arm before. But we don't want to push him. We don't want to injure him. But if he feels like he's ready to go, then we'll look at maybe starting him on the third game. And if we can't, we'll figure somebody else to start and see what we can piece together.
You mentioned lack of depth. How much bigger does Killian's role become Friday and Saban?
Well, it's always big. I mean, last year it was big for us too. We had 3 kids that went out there as starters and gave us innings into the 7th and 8th innings. So, you're going to have to play at least 3 games here. So, I mean, you're going to have some sort of length with your starting pitching and try to save the guys in that bullpen.
Would Taccolini come up and be one of your relief guys if McKinney can't go?
Well, I mean, that's going to depend on how he feels as well on that second day. I mean, he may need an extra day, so it'll just be day to day right there as to who we're going to be able to use. But I mean, the plan will probably be to use Killian and Jackson in that first game and hope Trey can give us some innings, and then Zach can finish it off for us.
What about Teague? I guess he struggled with last time.
He did, but he's been coming on. It was a big game, and I think he got himself way too worked up on that ball game. Pitching against LSU and on a big stage right there, and hopefully he's been able to learn a little bit from that, and not try to do too much, just stay within himself. I thought he tried to overthrow the ball, and he lost feel for the zone. He wound up behind the count and didn't really locate pitches like he was capable of doing. But he'll be a guy that's definitely in our thoughts to be able to maybe start for us or come in a big situation out of the pen.
Dave, what do you think about Zach Jackson, Jerry? He was all SEC.
I thought he had a heck of a year. I still think the better days are ahead of him. I don't think he commands the baseball like he's capable of. The more experience he gets and the more innings he gets out there and the more he can control maybe his emotion and the feel for the ball coming out of his hand, I think he's going to be a lot more successful.
You think his future's as a closer or starter, or what do you see?
I think he can do either one. I think he's got enough stuff. He's got the changeup, the curveball, and the fastball to be able to be a starter. I just think it depends on what your needs are and where you slot him in at, but I think he could do both for us next year.
Van Horn said, I think it was after the Auburn series, the Swatters Club, that Zach will drive you crazy, but he usually gets the job done. Has he aged you this season?
Well, like I said, he doesn't have the best command in the world. I mean, he's not a side-to-side type of control guy with his fastball. He's more try to, use the whole play, try to keep the ball down, try to get ahead. And there's many times where, you got to use that curveball to get ahead because he overthrows the fastball. when he gets ahead, they tend to change the fastball up, so it makes it much more effective. At times, I would say it's not the most comfortable feeling down there, but historically he's been able to get the job done for us. So I mean, you got to have confidence. I mean, there's been a lot of guys in the big leagues that run that 3-2 count up on those hitters plenty of times, but wind up getting out of situations, and a lot of times that's what he's done.
From the point when you guys were 11 and 12, what came together from that point?
Well, I think we played a tough schedule early, and I just thought we had some inexperience and stuff. I thought some guys needed to gain some confidence. They needed to get some innings. They needed to get some at-bats under their belt. And, they just grinded it out and worked hard and competed, and I think we just continue to get a little bit better day to day.